Over the next 60 days or so, I'm anticipating a reversal in the crypto markets. This, of course, is going to involve crypto gaming. I have a warning. This is coming from the perspective of someone that's invested, at this point, 7 figures worth of assets, and on top of that, over 50 different rounds. Some of these crypto games aren't coming back. I made a thread very recently talking about the state of crypto gaming. Yellow Panther, very respected voice in the space, talked about the fact that we're early in crypto gaming, but I don't think it will be early for much longer. These are, of course, perspectives depending. It's very much right. From a speculator standpoint, there's still going to be a lot of opportunity with where things come. From other perspectives, though, some of these games are never coming back. So I'm going to be giving you kind of my rundown from all the experience that I have on what right now I'm looking at. These perspectives do change month to month, so it's important to continue to learn new things in crypto. Let's get into it. So what did I say on this thread? Now, we're not only early in crypto gaming anymore. The easy times, the times where you would buy anything and it would go up, are over. It's impossible to buy a flurry of all of the crypto gaming coins right now and expect to be in profit by the end of the cycle. There are too many crypto gaming coins, and on top of this, a lot of them already shown their cards. They've shown that they cannot produce a game good enough to want to invest in, or they've made a game that's good enough, but unfortunately, they don't understand the crypto aspect, and therefore, they're not getting a lot of speculators. Games have made over $200 million. A lot of money. Night Crows has been that game, that example that people have been pointing to lately. They made over $200 million. About, I believe it was $600,000 to $800,000 of that came from crypto. And I want to say that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not milking people from just the crypto aspect. Crypto is what I think is going to be at least a secondary component of an economy for any certain game that wants to release. There's going to be a world where most of these games don't even know they have crypto in them. Just the technology's there, the transparency's there, and that's it. Off the Grid, it's right now, they have a whole $100 million worth of funding on Avalanche. I'm also partnered with Avalanche because I really love Off the Grid. I have over 150 hours in this game, so I have a good perspective of what is Off the Grid. This game, it's a battle royale. You can play it on Epic Games. You can go ahead, hop on Xbox Series S, X, even on PS5. They're filling their lobbies like it's nothing, like it's hotcakes. I can hop onto Off the Grid right now, and over the course of the next minute, I'll have a full lobby of 50 to 60 people ready to play. A lot of people are playing Off the Grid right now. And of course, maybe this doesn't transfer to every game, but there are a lot of people that are playing right now. So what do we do with this information? And what do we do with the information that in late 2023, we had huge gains? Well, what I'm learning, what I'm beginning to learn, is that there are different reasons for people to want to buy crypto coins. And the main reason is that people want a place to speculate. People want to believe that there is a chance that they can win. And we've seen a little bit of attention recently on Abstract. I believe the game is called On-Chain Heroes. I didn't personally participate, but it had a Ponzi-esque way of operating where you would level up your heroes with this hero coin. Didn't have a lot of liquidity. Some people were memeing on it. Other people weren't memeing on it. But in general, people are a little bit tired of that model. They're very tired of that model, but it got a lot of attention for Abstract. So from an investor's, a speculator standpoint, very net positive for the Abstract ecosystem. For a gamer's perspective, not good. Probably net negative overall for long-term crypto gaming sentiment. So with this information, what are we thinking is going to be the next move? What is going to happen with my bags? Well, just looking at the top cryptos here, the playbook is very simple, and the game is played differently in every place. But what I think is going to continue to happen, YouTubers have been talking about this. The people that are selling the shovels are going to be the ones that make it. And those are the ecosystems that are building the games. Because as it stands right now, funding for gaming startups, this is globally here, $286 million in quarter 4 of 2024, the lowest funding quarter in over 5 years. A majority of the funding decline came from growth stage. So very important to keep in mind that it's not just crypto, it's just in general. VC funding has been dropping off, and a big reason for that is because the shelf life, let's imagine this is a very big game. It was a success. Most games last maybe 2 to 3 years, and this is very optimistic. How long games stay popular? If you're hyper casual, you might only be popular for a couple of weeks, and mid-core games might stay popular for over a year, but that's a bit of a stretch. So what I think is going to happen is the games that have kind of sprayed and prayed, they've gotten a lot of quality. They have a lot of different games. they're going to be successful because their ecosystems are going to be successful and the speculation surrounding them is going to be a success. So things like IMX, for example, they've been getting tons and tons and tons of games. They have a higher likelihood of making it. But even on top of that, it's not just about thinking about that perspective of whether or not a game is going to make it or not. We have to think about the crypto degen and the way that they're going to be looking at this cycle, because most people that invest into crypto gaming likely don't play games. And I know that's a little weird of a concept to grasp at, but it's kind of like AI coins. Most of the people that buy these AI coins are just buying into a narrative rather than actually understanding what is going on. They'll read some blurb and think they're experts, but they really understand nothing. Maybe a surface level grasp that they read on some newsletter, but really, they're grasping at straws most of the time. They don't understand anything that's happening within the space. And the same can be said in gaming. Likely most of the people investing into gaming coins don't really understand what's going on. So they're going to be investing into the big infrastructure plays. They're going to have a bunch of positive news, a bunch of timeline reels. This is kind of where the most gains have been seen this cycle so far. So we're talking about things like Immutable. Ronin, I think, has been fumbling the ball because of their meme coin drama. I don't like the meme coin drama there at all, but I do enjoy their partnerships with for example, Zentry, that's getting that Ragnarok game out there. There are a lot of people with legacy IPs that are going to be interested, and most funding actually comes from Asia. So funnily enough, if you actually go down here, in terms of the total gamers in 2024 by region, we're just talking about the market size, the amount of people here and the amount of money. I mean, look at Asia Pacific. It is enormous. North America's, we got nothing on them. 7%? Come on. We got a lot of money, but sheesh, that's a lot of people in Asia Pacific. So I like thinking about the fact that a lot of that engagement is going to go into some of these Asia-based ecosystems like Ronin, which I do enjoy. Things like Beam, we got into the Beam nodes. I'm still very optimistic on the future of Beam, despite the fact that the price has gone down. But just overall, kind of these ecosystem or these culture coins, like Superverse, for example, a lot of people were super optimistic about Superverse. Of course, the prices of this thing have dipped tremendously, but that's kind of to be expected with the way that the crypto gaming market runs. But the way I'm kind of like positioning myself is I'm aping into infrastructure. I'm not really buying into NFTs right now for gaming specifically. I have been accumulating some stuff through Off the Grid. I did do some play to airdrop, which was very successful during that small stint, for example, Super Champs, where the gaming NFTs were doing very well. But I was talking to my wife about investment perspectives and the long-term HODL strategy. Most of these are not going to come back. I mean, just straight up, if you really think big time is going to magically hit all-time highs, it would take a miracle at this point to try to get back to this point from a price perspective. A lot of these share the same exact sentiment. I mean, Illuvium right now is at $18. And I mean, even from a market cap perspective, it is just very far away. It's about a 10x right now. The game just didn't do the price performance that it felt like it was going to do. They thought they were hot, and unfortunately, it didn't really go that way. So that's what I think is going to happen here. The games that are hot are going to continue to be hot. They're going to continue to be winners. If we're being very serious here, the way, even in Web2 is just traditional gamers, the way that they invest is a lot of the time with their time and then also with their dollars, they always go to the same places. I mean, you think about where people are aping their money into, it's just pretty much CSGO skins. I mean, everybody's just aping into CSGO and then Pokemon's IP. That's where almost all the money is going into gaming. And that's kind of how it's going to work in crypto gaming. Almost all of the money is going to go to a very few amount of these games. And so waiting to see the games that continue to win equals they're likely going to continue to win for the long term. Because games, when they gain momentum, they get years of lifespan. And if a game has not even launched, a game has so many uncertain terms. From a speculator standpoint, I might as well go to AI or somewhere else. I mean, what's the point of being in gaming when the game hasn't even come out and they don't understand anything about crypto? I'd rather be trading meme coins or something. I wouldn't even blame you. But if you got into something that has already proven itself, I mean, Ronin, they had Axie Infinity, they had Pixels, they've had a couple examples that have been doing pretty well. IMX, they had Gods Unchained, they have a lot of the biggest crypto games, Raven Quest. So these are the kind of ecosystems we want to be behind, or the ones that have the money. I mean, Beam, Merit Circle. Do I have to explain more? They have a ton of money in their treasury. These are the games that we want to go ahead and support, and the ecosystems that we want to support, not the ones that we have absolutely no idea other than the fact that our favorite influencer is shilling it. That's kind of my perspective right now on the gaming markets. I'm still expecting a huge resurgence. I still think, things like Off the Grid, for example, they've already shown themselves. In November, people thought it would die because they think most crypto games just go to zero. You play it right now. I mean, I urge you, if you're in the crypto gaming industry, if you've not tried Off the Grid yet, you don't know what you're missing out on. Download it on Epic Games, on the Xbox Series S, X, PS5. Just play a game so you can understand how fast these lobbies are filling and how there's actual demand in the crypto gaming industry. There are people that really want to play these crypto games. They are having fun playing crypto games. But if we're going to go and bet on some random game because we think magically this 1 million market cap coin is going to go to $100 million, you might as well just go to the casino. Might as well go to the casino. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Stay classy, and that's all.